If any of you remember the traumatic experience you had when someone told you tomato was a fruit, well, I certainly do. Today we have more fruit to discover as we list our top 10 list of unbelievable fruits you never knew existed. Man, we cover so much on this channel. Murder, bananas, cucumbers. What's next? Starting in our number 10 spot, we have Buddha's hand. This next one is the most versatile fruit except when it comes to eating. Number one, it's very good for jump scares because it looks like a hand reaching out to grab you, hence the name Buddha's hand or a goblin hand. It's got a lot of names. Buddha's hand is an odd looking specimen that just so happens to look like a hand, and also some kind of strange half-developed octopus. Imagine walking through a tropical forest and that bad boy brushes your shoulder, but then of course you'd be arrested by its delightful citrusy scent. This is one fruit that breaks the rules by smelling so good, it's often used for perfumes around the house, but unfortunately when you peel it open, it's all pith. Ever had that white part of a grapefruit or lemon? Yeah. It's often candied and cooked down into jam or added to savory stews to add flavor, but I can't imagine how disappointed the first person to try it must have been. Coming in at number 9, we have yang mai. Have you ever been stuck between choosing either a strawberry or a raspberry to eat for lunch? Me neither, but at least you'll never have to. The yang mai fruit is known as China's strawberry, which also resembles a raspberry in flavor, though it's not actually considered a berry. They are used in almost everything, as ornaments along the street, in wine, and considering it's got a bunch of crazy antioxidants, it's used for nutritional drinks as well. But its uses don't just stop there. This thing is a freaking bombshell. The bark of the tree has been used in medicine for over 2,000 years for its digestive qualities. It can treat arsenic poisoning, ulcers, skin conditions, and we are just talking about the bark of the tree. The seeds of the fruit are also used to treat cholera and heart problems. So, if you need a fruit that clearly packs a punch health-wise, get your hands on one of these guys. Coming in at number 8, we have the Jabuticaba fruit. I love that name. I hope I said it right. It's fine. This one looks super weird and kind of looks like grapes on a vine, but instead of a vine, it's a tree and they're about the size of golf balls. But in fact, they are very similar to the grapes we know and love, as it's often referred to as the Brazilian grape tree. Hint hint as to where it's from. Similar in taste, the Jabuticaba fruit is often made into jams, marmalades, and some very interesting kinds of wine. So actually definitely like a grape, but the main difference is how it grows. The Brazilian grape tree is a cauliflorous tree, meaning the fruit grows straight out of the tree in clusters and not on branches, making it pretty easy to pluck off and enjoy. Number 7, the durian, the king of fruit. This one is not only not appealing to the eye, it's also incredibly foul in odor, which makes you wonder whose idea was it to try this thing in the first place. Whoever they were, I guess we better thank them. If you pinch your nose hard enough and wear some Kevlar gloves while you open this thing, what awaits is a creamy, sweet pudding-like interior that leaves people wanting more and more. But be warned, you might not be able to get past the smell of rotten eggs. In most South Asian countries, this thing isn't even allowed in public spaces. So probably not a good thing to pack in your lunchbox, but man is this thing packed with so many nutrients health-wise, it's most definitely worth it. Coming in number 6, finger limes. Whoop whoop. Finger limes are one of the coolest fruits out there just because they pack a little surprise. This is like the caviar of fruit. It looks like an elongated lime, but when you open it up, there are little beads of sweet and sour juice that pop in your mouth. But what makes this fruit so spectacular is its survival instincts. Native to the Australian rainforest, this fruit is believed to have lived as long as 18 million years. This is even more miraculous when you think of how stripped the forest became when the settlers arrived. But these little guys hung on for dear life. Want to know what life tasted like 18 million years ago? Why don't you try a different kind of caviar? Coming in at number 5, we have the gok fruit. The gok fruit is actually very similar to the jackfruit. It's massive and also has a very strong and distinct smell. But for all my health nuts out there, you need to keep your eye out for this one. The gok fruit is considered an absolute superfruit and is usually reserved for celebrations and ceremonies in Vietnam. With its very short growing season, this fruit has a get it while it lasts kind of vibe. You can drink it or cook it, and considering its high lycopene and beta carotene levels, get ready for your skin to glow. Despite its strong smell and spiny exterior, this fruit also tastes more like an avocado, which makes me wonder what an avocado would taste like in drink form. I guess it's like a green goddess smoothie. Number 4, the black sapote. This next one might give you flashbacks to the tomato debacle of your past, but rest assured, its taste is the strangest part about it. It kind of looks like a green tomato and a very ripe avocado had a baby at first, but when you cut it open, there's a dark brown color which tastes like chocolate pudding. That's right, if you run out of time to make chocolate pudding for your sister's baby shower or whatever, I guess we have a replacement for you. Black sapote is native to Mexico and South America, so as long as you live in a tropical climate, you can definitely grow this fruit. Just make sure to wait until it's fully ripened. When too young, the fruit can be an astringent. Coming in at number 3, if you love this fruit chat, let us know and give a little like at the bottom and tell us you like us or tell us your favorite fruit. Mine is, I think, a peach. Oh, sorry, passion fruit's my favorite fruit. Anyways, coming in at number 3, ice cream bean. Imagine you're chilling in your back porch when you hear that iconic chime of the ice cream truck turning onto your street. You grab the nearest $5 and you book it as fast as your legs can carry you, but instead of ice cream, they're selling an ice cream bean. Or the Inga bean. The ice cream bean would be the perfect thing to feed your toddler if they hated beans, because in fact, the Inga bean tastes like vanilla ice cream. Inside the husk, there's a sweet white pulp that resembles the creamy dessert, though some say it actually tastes like cotton candy as well, so I don't know, best of both worlds. Native to Central and South America, the ice cream bean is technically considered a legume, but is eaten like fruit for its sweet candy flavor. It can grow up to 3 feet long and will often be found providing shade for cacao plants, which we know make chocolate. But I mean, if you get bored of chocolate, there's another tasty treat right there. Number 2, we have the Ackee fruit. You know how humans, right? We have pretty large appetites, and when it comes to, I don't know, everything, land, food, clothes, etc., we like to challenge ourselves all the time and live on the edge, especially when it comes to cuisine, it seems. The Ackee fruit is one that you will either love or die before you decide. Another fruit like the tomato, Ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica and is treated as a vegetable in terms of how it's eaten. When the fruit is ripe, it splits or smiles open, revealing 4 dark round seeds and cream-colored flesh, which is the edible part. However, if you eat an unripe Ackee, it can cause extremely low blood pressure, convulsions, and death, something that is called the Jamaican vomiting sickness. So maybe wait to check in with a professional before you dig in. And last but not least, we have at number 1, the miracle fruit. This next fruit not only has a prolific title, but it almost sounds like something that should grow in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Despite the fruit being pretty sour, this fruit has the capability of tricking your taste buds. After one bite, any sour or bitter thing you eat after will taste sweet. The reason for this odd turn of events is a protein called miraculin, miracle fruit, miraculin, which tricks your taste buds. The effects will last for an hour or as long as you like, so long as you have a miracle fruit on hand. Though this fruit was originally from West Africa, this fruit can now be found in Ghana, Puerto Rico, Taiwan, and South Florida. It looks pretty average for a fruit, red and oval in size, but due to its spectacular transformative quality, this puts miracle fruit in our number 1 spot. Number 1. That is our top 10 list of weird, crazy fruits you now need to go and try. I've been your host, Rachel Fisher, and I'll see you again soon. Jabuticaba fruit. I like this name, Jabuticaba. Similar in taste, the Jabuticaba fruit is often made into jams. Do you notice how I danced a little bit as I said that? Similar in taste, the Jabuticaba fruit.
GAC or Global Assembly Cache.
What?
GAC or Global Assembly Cache.
We're going with Gawk.